What the deuce is up? My name is Danny G. This is Northern Comfort Tarot, and to my right is my beautiful Empress of Duality, Brooke.
What up, you guys? So happy to be here with you all.
We are up to no good this Sunday evening. I know we didn't make the Friday 2040, so here we are. Here we are showing up to serve all you beautiful souls.
Hi, what the deuce? What's up?
It's good to see you, love.
Yes.
So, with that...
Can you share it, babe?
Yeah. Brooke's going to share it to the Love Vibe Tribe. If you're interested in being a part of the Love Vibe Tribe, you can check it out on Facebook. Facebook.com/Love Vibe Tribe. I think there's a groups in there somewhere, but yeah, Salma, welcome. Welcome.
Salma, what's up, love? Good to see you again.
I know.
Oops.
Big changes have taken place on the website. The new website address is empireofneutrality.com. NorthernComfortTarot.com still works. You can use that link as well. But if you're interested in gaining a reading or being a part of the mentorship sessions or gaining 2-on-1 sessions with us, all that stuff can be found in our services page on the website, empireofneutrality.com. Hey, I actually caught you live.
I know, that's what I was reading.
It's good to see you here. Finally!
Yes.
Finally.
What's up, love? And welcome everybody joining in the chat. Feeling some pretty good stuff from y'all right now. I feel like it might not look like it, but I'm feeling some pretty good stuff for you guys.
Right. Usually what looks like a mess is about to rain in abundance, man, like you would not believe. Just want to, hey, there's David. David pops in right at the right time. The Empire Strikes Back. Good to see you, bro. Big changes have taken place on the website. You can book readings, order your readings directly online now. We also have a sale to kind of celebrate our reunion energy that took place pretty much around this time. Now, this sale is 20% off everything in stock. What?
Around this time last year is when we came together, yeah.
Yeah. 20% off all services. You can, if you use the product code Empire 2020, there's a banner at the top of the web page as well. So if you forget, what was that coupon code? Well, it's up there, so no worries there. Oh man, there's some big savings, 20% when it comes to the 2-on-1 coaching, man. Big savings there.
Jaina, yeah, that's awesome because, we work with a lot of clients and we do readings for like the collective or just for people in general. And there are people that are really in like a dark night of the soul energy where their ego is dying, their identity is dying, their insecurities are dying. And then there are also the people that are in like a state of peace and really holding that light to guide others home. So, just want to honor you because that's where it sounds like you are, just like holding it down for others. And then there will be a point where we switch, right? And we'll go into our dark night of the soul and clean some shit out and heal some shit and face some fears. And there will be other people holding the light for us. That's the balance, right? And that's the thing about this universe and reality is it's neutral, it's balanced, it's always going to be balanced and neutral. So I honor you.
Yes, it was around this time last year. October 7th actually was the when the lights turned on. But it was really the energy that was all around us right now. So I couldn't just put a number on it. We were just, kind of led to honor the savings in this sacred space that we held from pretty much now until the 21st when I proposed to Brooke. On Zoom?
Oh yeah, but that wasn't the official one.
No, the official one came with flowers, 12 long stem roses, and a ring.
Mm-hmm. And me being scared shitless, so I sat in the car and I was like,
oh yeah,
how do I receive this love?
Oh, I had the room all dressed up and everything.
I can't receive this love.
It was so pretty. So she got flowers handed to her in the car with a kiss.
Yeah, and he just kind of honored where I was because, like, oh man, I felt the love, I felt the energy, I felt the alignment, but there were still parts of me that were distorted. There were still parts of me that held fear and, lower vibrational frequencies. And a lot of my energy was consumed by fear and insecurities and lack mentality and victim mentality. And Danny coming to me with such big love, like I didn't really have the space within me to receive that love. But I just kept surrendering, you guys. I kept surrendering my ego, and my ego telling me that this is scary. I'm afraid of commitment, wanting to run. I'm the divine masculine, wanting to run and, pull away and retreat because I didn't have the capacity to receive that love, and that's really stepping into divine feminine energy and balancing your masculine and feminine energy. And it took me a while, but Danny never rushed me. He never he never judged me for not being ready. He always honored me when I needed space to be alone. He honored me when I needed my Scorpio time to just be by myself and figure some shit out and surrender and let go and just flow. Yeah, thank you for that, baby.
Well, that's what you got to do when you're a divine feminine stuck in a shoe. You know what I mean? When the masculine runs, the best thing to do is hold your ground.
Surrender.
And surrender
that shit!
Reaching out, surrender to 5-page long emails, surrender to...
oh, yeah, he did send me...
That was my last one.
When I kind of had to abandon, right? When I had to abandon my feminine because the feminine within me could not receive the love that I attracted. So I abandoned my feminine on the external level too because I was abandoning the feminine within me. And, at that time, Danny went through his kind of shadow work. And I just kind of held space and did my own thing. And we just needed that separation to anchor into our own energy. To release fears. And even at that time, for me, it wasn't a final thing. I never want to talk to you again. I feel like maybe it felt that way for Danny at times where oh, I'm never going to talk to her again. She's done. I lost my twin type thing. Is that true?
Well, it was 2 weeks that we hadn't texted or anything, and I mean I was given some space and that was rough for me, but I used my time wisely to really work on my fears of within the connection.
It was that runner chaser dynamic.
And then at the beginning of September when I first came down, we hadn't talked. The plane landed and I went to her town and I got in the room and everything, and I had to text her to tell her I'm here because it was either that or I was just going to bounce. But I says, I'm here. I can stay for a couple days, but if you don't want to see me, you can just leave the laptop at the front desk and that'd be it kind of thing, tiptoeing. And I was puking in the parking lot trying to write this text to get out to her.
I'm telling you, the energy of twins, that reflection of energy is so fucking powerful that there are times where we cannot receive that love. And our ego is withdrawing. Our ego is trying to get us to feed it with negative emotion and fear and insecurity. And for me, it was hitting me in a way of I was kind of running and abandoning and I couldn't. The power of just attraction and the power of our energy together, the interaction with each other was just so activating and powerful But like I had to like step aside sometimes. And then what Danny was talking about, like when we were texting, he was talking about coming. You know, he's in the parking lot at the freaking car wash, like throwing up and shit. Not that there was any reason for me to run, or not that there was any reason for him to be throwing up in the parking lot. It's just the energy is freaking intense, you guys.
Yeah, that was the second time I came down.
Yeah.
I came down and I knew it was coming because you knew who I was at that time, and I was like 11 years old again.
Oh my God, that was the fun part.
I was like 11 years old again.
16.
Having sex for the very first time.
That's how it
was
felt.
like, oh my God, dude.
And I'm like the girl sitting there like, because you know, the feminine energy receives, right? The feminine energy usually lets the masculine initiate.
Yeah, you were like, it's okay if you touch me and sit beside me.
Yeah, like we're sitting on the bed and like
stuff.
I know he's my twin and I'm telling him to come over and he's taking forever because he's at the car wash throwing up, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you?
I was washing the car too.
So he finally comes over, finally. And then when he got there, it was like I was on a date for the first time. It was like this new creation, this new experience, this birth of like a different relationship. It was new. That's how it felt. It felt new.
It absolutely is a different relationship than we've ever known. That's for sure.
And like Danny's like a little 16-year-old virgin sitting, not really, but that's how he was acting, sitting in my bed with me. And
I did have my driver's license, so I got 16.
And I was like, you know, just waiting for him to embrace me. And I don't know what was happening over there, but I know I was finally looked at him and I was like, you know, I would like it if you touched me. You know what I mean? And then he was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
And then, and then y'all know what happened. And then I was still staying at my mom's house, right? So it literally felt like we were teenagers. First time having sex, first time in love, all of that. And like I was still staying at my mom's house, and then my mom comes home and we're both like butt naked in the bed, okay?
Yeah, busted.
And we look at each other, I'm like, oh shit, here's your pants. Put your pants on. Put your fucking pants back on.
Running into the bathroom, the whole 9 yards, like we're teenagers getting caught.
It really felt like that. It was fun. But yeah, I don't know why that came up, but
I don't know, but
we're just sharing a piece of ourselves and our journey.
It was playful energy that we were going through, you know, redefining our lives.
It was like childlike. And if there's one thing that I've learned when it comes to the inner child that we talk about in the spiritual community, it's not necessarily this aspect of you that is a child. It is what the inner child represents. And the inner child represents what? Like when you think of a child, what do you think of? I would love to hear y'all's description before I answer this. But like when you think of a kid, a baby, a child, what are the words that come to mind?
Erin's at work, so she can't show up. Gotta go phone call. Well, what the deuce? We'll talk to you after.
Yes,
thanks for
stopping by, love.
David, Thursday, October 1st at 7 p.m. How's that for you?
Why does that date sound familiar? What was that date for us?
Well, he wants to.
No, but there's an October 21st that happened within our union. What was that?
Oh, October 1st. That's what he was asking.
I know.
October 21st was, well, actually on the 20th, but close to midnight.
That's when we started dating on Facebook.
I proposed, and we made it Facebook official on the 21st.
That's a good a date, David. Look, I remembered a date, baby.
He said the 1st.
Oh, I thought he said the 21st.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. I get that, but still.
We're good for the 1st at 7 p.m. if it's good for you, bud.
Yeah. But anyways, innocent.
Innocence.
I think just the feeling of the heart beating in joy. Right. Okay, so now, my understanding, my awareness of the inner child needs safety. Yes. So my understanding of the inner child is not that it's this inner inner child within us. It is the part of self. It's not the aspect of self that is a child. It is the aspect, the part of self that is pure, that is innocent, that expresses themselves authentically, you know? And like once you know that, okay, yeah, the inner child is this, but your inner child is where you go when you have distortions, when you have wounds. You go through the inner child. You go through your heart space that is the inner child, and that is what purifies the distortions. That is what clears the wounds. That is what purifies the energy and brings it back to innocence and purity and safety and authenticity and authentically expressing yourself, you know? And I love that. I love that interpretation of the inner child. But yeah, just remember that and play with it. You know, it's a lot deeper, but that's kind of like a seed that I'd like to plant. But just remembering that the inner child is your source of purification. But yeah. So, baby, where you want to
do a collective reading for you guys, and then we'll get into personal readings. I don't know if anybody's on the list right now. I haven't seen anything come in, but if you'd like to get on the list, click on the link up there and pop the digits in for which reading you would like, and we will get to you.
We love you, David.
We love you, David. Oh, and for those that weren't here, we do have an updated website, 20% off all services at this time right now, and you can book and pay online on the website. The address is www.empireofneutrality.com. Yeah.
David, do you have a nickname? I feel like you have a nickname. What's your nickname?
Oh, shit.
I'll be back.
We are going to, I can hear so much going on in there, and it's not even funny. We are going to use the Spellcaster Tarot for the collective reading, or I'm going to use, and then, let's see. I'm also going to pull a card from the Guidance from Your Angel Oracle deck as well. And for those of you that haven't...
Hey, Aaron, you made it. What's up, love?
For those of you that haven't heard my latest... I don't even know how to say that, but I came out today. I was really interested in sitting down and doing a bit of the Dirty Dozen for release on October 1st. And the studio was occupied, and I was called to actually moderate on Allie's Tarot and Water Baby Tarot, so it was a pretty busy day for me.
Yeah, me too. So, I had a really good talk with the Soul Sister.
Beautiful.
So, David, you wonder how my Scorpio energy deals with Aries. So, I'm a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp, right? So, I know how to play with fire energy. And there's also a point of like mastery that we get to, where it's like no matter the energy, you are an alchemist of earth, fire, water, air, right? You are the alchemist. You can transform energy that is not something you prefer and alchemize it into something that you do prefer. All right, I need one more.
Oh, we got a 20 up. Let me take a look.
Wild horse couldn't keep me away.
Selma, you are on the list.
I have a nickname.
Thank you for your donation, love.
Sift your soul. Oh, cool. I like that. That's unique. I love that. Sifter. Can I get one more spurt?
Justice card with the 2 of Wands at a crossroad. Holding balance. Holding your stability. Staying true to self. 9 of Swords, not going into stories, not allowing that energy to disrupt your sleep or to disrupt your period of like rejuvenation, you know?
Ooh! Hey, you caught
Good
it.
stall on my leg.
No, it's perfect. These cards are exactly how I would explain the energy. So spot on. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So y'all heard me talk about this quite a lot recently. The breakdown before the breakthrough, the ego death. Even when your ego's dying, there's that breakdown moment of like the ego dying, literally, and you can feel it. And sometimes you can feel it in your body. A lot of the times when the ego is withdrawing from not getting energy sent to fear-based thoughts, fear-based beliefs, when the ego starts to withdraw, sometimes you can feel it in your body as like a withdrawing, hot out of nowhere, restlessness, like your nerves in your body are kind of like restless, not being able to sleep, not having a really big appetite. And then it can also play out in the mental space, this ego death. And when the ego is dying, so there's a part of the journey where it's like you have to dive into the stories. You have to dive into the healing. You have to dive into the emotions that have been built up and purge those emotions, right? And then there's a point where you have to surrender. That's that. When you get to surrender and trust, you are like this freaking close to completely clearing it out of your consciousness. So even though we've healed parts of self that come from fear, insecurity, distortions, lack mentality, victim mentality, we've healed those things on an energetic level, on a soul level. But then there's this point after we've healed that the ego's programming is still going to play out a little bit. And if you're not careful, you have to really be present and observe rather than react or shutting down. And I want to throw this out here. If you're experiencing like that breakdown before the breakthrough, the ego, and it's withdrawing, right? Because it's dying. It's no longer getting energy. If you feel a shutting down energy, like you're shutting yourself down, you're shutting yourself off from people that you love, you're shutting yourself off, your voice, you're shutting yourself down, right? That is not you that's actually shutting down. It's you feeling that ego's programming shutting down. You're feeling your ego being reprogrammed and being reborn into something that serves you. That's the thing. There's a lot of talk within the spiritual community that shames the ego, that deems the ego as bad. But here's the thing. When you step into mastery, emotional mastery, sovereignty, the ego is a beautiful fucking tool, you guys. It is a tool that will serve you, that will help you, not hinder you, right? And we get to this point in the journey where instead of going into the emotions or going into the stories, going into the distortions to heal it, like the dark night of the soul, we get to a point in our journey where we have purged the emotions. We have identified the limiting self-beliefs and stories. So it gets to a point right before the breakthrough where you have to surrender and trust. Surrender meaning when you've identified your limiting self-belief as abandonment or unworthy, but you know that you've healed it. Don't let the ego come in and start that program again, because when that happens, it's going to create an emotion. And that's the thing. For a lot of us in the breakdown before the breakthrough, that breakdown consists of the ego trying to live, trying to stay alive, and trying to get you to feed it with your energy. But you have to continue to shut it out, right? That's the balance to this. Everything has balance, you guys. Everything is the opposite and comes into balance. So where you needed to dive deeper into the emotions, there's also a point where you need to shut the emotions down. Because it's not that you're purging. It's not that you're healing. It's that that program is creating the negative emotions when you give it your power, right? And just to the conscious mind, knowing that is what's going on and remembering, shit, I've done the healing and being present with, am I actually healing, or is this thought program creating this emotion, creating these experiences, and surrendering. Surrender, surrender, surrender. One last thing. Current energy is emotions are running high. Influencing energy, the energy that is currently influencing you, is time to release negativity, Scorpio energy. And binding energy to your current person or situation, the energy that is in play with you and your twin, the energy that you're sending to each other back and forth in your circumstances and work and your friendships and your relationships, all of that. The energy that is in play is, don't let your past hold you back.
Wow.
And it's time to take action. But here's the thing, and the overall energy of what's in play is the end of a tough cycle. Capricorn energy. Show the world the real you. The answers you need are coming. Adjustments are required. Like, your commitment is being tested. What do you need to release? I can't make this shit up. The last card. Y'all see that word right there? How many times have I said that while I've been reading these cards? Surrender to the divine.
Right. Bottom of the deck, I've got Emperor, 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords. And I've also got the Empress in the spread here. So, and she's in the reverse. So she's going through some tests and trials right now to ensure that she steadies her vibration and stays in tune with neutrality. The Emperor is going through some stuff. 5 of Cups, focusing on the river of tears, not having the ability even to turn around and focus on love. The 2 of Cups that are not spilt, right? That are overflowing even. And then the 3 of Swords, almost, taking solace in heartbreak, because that's where their security blanket lies, like it's just, sometimes we hold on so much to our past hurts and stuff that we really find solace in, shedding those tears.
We get addicted.
And and
to suffering.
And we hold on to that, well, at least I have me. But it also, in that dive deep, it brings you to a point where I'm all that I need. And when you're at the bottom, there's only one place but up, right? So sometimes it takes the masculine energy to hit the bottom, to really see what's before him, and really see what he's tossed aside. 3 of Cups spelt all over the place. 3 of Cups is that joyous energy, that celebration, that union energy.
Community too.
Exactly. And then, so the 3 of Cups there with the 3 of Swords is like, that's 33, I see a lot of balance that's at play here, or the calling in for that neutrality that we talk about quite a bit. That the Emperor and those 3 cards were like at the bottom of the deck, but the true bottom of the deck before those cards was the 7 of Swords in reverse, and this speaks to the divine feminine energy, right? The 7 of Swords in reverse speaks to me of self-deception or checking yourself before you wreck yourself.
Self-sabotage.
Right? The Star is here. like Ramblin' Mike usually talks about, the star, you don't get the star card unless you've gone through hellfire and back. And this was really a play on emotions with the Queen of Cups here. Is she going to shut her heart down, or is she going to open it up and really allow the waters to temper before her? The star card depicts, the waters being tempered by spirit. It's a divine intervention at play. And if you're on the twin flame journey, that surrender to the divine is the divine is absolutely necessary to further steady the course and further yourself and the connection, and releasing that into to the divine's will. Mm-hmm. The more you release and surrender, the more you'll start to see things changing. And not to run out when something changes. Go, oh, I missed you. I was just waiting for you. I knew you'd come back, and all, and then, because that's just gonna be like, Jesus Christ, another crazy bitch, and they're gonna bounce back out. Steadying the course. What? I
was just gonna say, not to mention, that's an extreme polarity.
Yeah.
And when you're in a polarity,
separation. Oh my God, I love you. You're just gonna smack yourself like your dad used to do. Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why? Let's just stay out of that energy. This reading here is all about balance. And you're at a crossroads. And this is a test of, of your will and your divine, your ability to stay in energetic balance. Mm-hmm. The Four of Cups in reverse. This Four of Cups guy, usually it's 3 cups set to the side, and Spirit's giving him a cup, and he ain't even paying attention to that. This guy here, he's like, you know what? No, I'm going to center myself. I'm going to move into balance. I'm going to meditate with it's Cancer on his, it's the crab on his head.
Yeah, can I add something?
Sure, go ahead.
So there's something that Danny said that I love, and it is, he was talking about the star card and the Queen of Cups over there, right? Listen, you guys, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Spirit needs you to recognize that you are mastering shit, that you are breaking through. That is what you're doing. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what the ego tells you it is. If you feel it, feel into your circumstances, feel into yourself, feel into others, and see what energy is actually in play, and surrender your ego. So what I wanted to mention is there's two parts to this self-mastery and mastering and taming the ego. One part is mastery over your emotions with the Queen of Cups, the feminine energy. Mastery over your emotions doesn't mean shutting the emotions down or not going into emotions. It means allowing them to flow and just be present with them, okay? But
and it's gonna suck. It's gonna not feel good, but it's not about being comfortable. It's about being at ease in your dis-ease, being at ease in that uncomfortability, because uncomfortability enacts change. It
enacts presence. We think that it's a burden when traumatic things happen. We think it's a burden when we're hurting. We think it's a burden when people abandon us. We think all of those things are a burden, when really they are the blessings. They are the opportunities that Spirit presents you with to be present. When you slice your arm, you can't tell me you're not present. You feel that shit and it hurts. And there's nothing going on within you besides that pain, right? Same thing with emotions. When you're hurting, you're present, And the second part of this emotional mastery, so the first part is mastering your emotions means being present overall. It means being present with what you're feeling. And sometimes it means letting it flow, letting the emotions flow. And then the other part, because everything comes in twos. We live in a universe of duality, you guys, right? But we're the neutrality within the duality, okay? So the second part to this emotional mastery is when you've identified a limiting self-belief, you've identified a wound, an abandonment wound, unworthiness wound. When you have identified that and you have purged the emotions, you've been present with the emotions, then the second part of emotional mastery is declaring your sovereignty, declaring what you are willing to allow into your experience. So when the program is still playing, there's a point in the journey where I feel like most of you are at, where it's like, no, ego, shut the ego down. Stop feeding the ego. Stop going into what it looks like in all the stories and then letting the stories and the programming create negative emotions. It's to the point of just saying no. Like, no, I do not accept this as my reality. I deserve more. And I'm going to command certain things into my space and certain things out of my space. But you have to remember those two vital points of emotional mastery, presence and flow, and shutting that ego down at times, right?
So there's that Four of Cups, right? He's centering himself. He's coming into balance, even as balance is not around him at all. Like everything's looking rough. He's steadying the course and he's going within. He's focusing on self. He's focusing on the path before him. He's not distracted with the Hermit card at what's around him. All of those things are in the shadows, and he's focusing on the light in this card. He's adamant that the light is going to guide him through these things. The Two of Wands, that crossroad, he's staring at a bird, and that bird is presence, being in the moment, you know? Really partaking, even though he's bound to one stick by his leg and the other stick by his arm, by his hand, he still has the ability to stay present with what's before him, right? Move into balance yet again. Six of Pentacles, you know, equal reciprocity, equal give and take, like Mike talks about. You know, if you're being ghosted, you don't reach out. You know, you allow them to reach out to you. If you guys are, you know, speaking still, but you're blowing up his phone with texts 1,000,000 times a day and you're only getting one text, time to even that out. What he gives you, you give back in return. If he shows up with a one-word answer, you show up with a one-word answer.
Yes, and one thing y'all need to hear, I don't give a shit, Spirit says. I don't give a motherfucking shit if it is your twin flame. If they are not showing up in the right energy, do not invite that in. Do not accept it. Because that is where you're going to continue to loop. Spirit, your breakthrough moments are with the people that you feel the most connection with, the most love from. And it's like it's almost stripped out from under you so that you have the opportunity. It's a trigger, right? The trigger of the gods. So that you have the opportunity to say, I deserve more than this. Why am I beating myself up or in emotional turmoil over someone that is not showing up in the right energy for me? Let them meet you. Instead of diving down to where they are, right? Allow them to meet you where you are, because that is what you deserve.
It's all about space. And with the Magician bridging the Eight of Wands to the Six of Pentacles, it's, you know, there is nothing you can do. It's all on them to heal and move the energy that they need to move in order to open space for you. Six of Swords in reverse, that these turbulent times only last for a moment. And then, you know, you'll be in calmer waters. Just trust in that. Don't lose any sleep over this. The Nine of Swords. And the one that's really taking the brunt of it, like we both share in these moments, masculine goes in and thinks, you know, well, I need to prepare myself. I need to do this. I need to do that. In order to come into union, we have to do this and that. I remember Brooke on the 7th of October last year. She's like, I don't even know if this really is union. You know what I mean? Like, don't we have to be with each other? And all these questions started coming forward. Like, you know, I don't even think I'm ready for union. I've got so much work to do and stuff. And really, all I could say was, you know, we've done enough work to be honored with moving into union and doing the work together.
And again, my
She's like,
pattern.
well, you don't know who I am yet, and I've got all kinds of skeletons and shit to work on, and I don't think you're gonna accept me. And then whatever else was playing off in her head.
I couldn't accept the love. Again, what we've been talking about tonight. So many of you may be dealing with that, where like there's love in front of you, but you can't see it or allow yourself to receive it. So I allow myself to receive this love. I am connected to an openness to receive.
And she needed help. She needed help from me, and the only help that I could give her was space. Truly. Because like, how am I supposed to calm her tits down or guide her through whatever she has to guide her through, herself through, when she wasn't even really, I didn't really know that much of the skeletons in her closet that she had to work through on her own.
I didn't have that space, y'all. I'm telling you, I couldn't accept certain parts of my fucking self. There were certain parts of myself that I deemed so disgusting, so just disgusting. I couldn't accept things that I had done. And because I was holding that in me, I couldn't accept myself. I couldn't accept love externally. I couldn't accept myself.
So the Empress is here, bridging the Tower with the King of Cups, moving into sovereignty, accepting the emotions that are before them, allowing the Tower to fall as it will, because the Tower falling is a divine intervention between the connection to ensure that the foundation that's needed to make sure this stands the test of time has to take place. These are all orchestrated by the most amazing and talented, and at times I fucking screamed at them. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing up there, but I've had enough of this shit. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's what you need to do in order to balance your energy out, is just scream at them. But they do know what they're doing. And the outcome is far beyond what I could have ever imagined. And there was lots of fucking towers, even in Union. There was so many fucking towers and so many dark nights that we worked through together. But it all took those dark nights and towers on our own to get to a place where we were both in acceptance of what was before us.
Yes, and one thing that Danny said that I love and I want to add to, again, with the balance thing, right? We're talking a lot about balance. I feel like there's a lot of twin flames in the chat that are really tapping into union energy, unity, consciousness.
'Tis the season.
And when we're talking about balance, Danny was talking about, trusting in spirit and trusting in the divine. And even the card says surrender to the divine. But there's always two, right? We are the neutrality part of the duality experience that is Earth, okay? So, yes, one part is trusting in the divine, trusting and having faith in what you cannot yet touch or see. And then the other part, the most essential part, it usually starts as trusting the divine. But that's not really what they want from us, because that's still giving your power away in a sense. It really is. It's still putting your ability to manifest, putting your trust, putting your faith, putting your surrender in something outside of just you. So the other aspect is owning your power. And that's all they ever want to do, is to empower you. And they understand that sometimes you need that love and support from them to really, what they're leading you to do is find and house that love and support within yourself. So as you have faith in the divine, it's really leading you to have faith and sovereignty over yourself,
Amen, baby. So we have two on the list, Salma and Erica. Salma, you can pop your question in the comment section. We'll get to you.
Let's play light, fam. Let's do this. Okay, Michelle. Oh, shit. Learning how to receive is a huge lesson. Oh my God, we think we're so open to receiving our twin. We think we're so open to receiving love. We think we're so open to receiving union. Until it's at your doorstep.
Oh shit.
And you can't put your hand out to take it. That's very true, Elizabeth.
because it's not what we expected. It doesn't look what we thought it would look like. It doesn't, the expectations are running high and we can't even see the forest from the tree.
Erica, I think we've read for you one time before. I'm picking up on your energy. My girl. Okay, I see you, girl. We're gonna get to you in just a second. All right, Salma. What up, what up? Let's fuck it up. Whatever spirit needs me to know. Okay. I'm picking up on some relation type energy. Yeah. Thank you, Salma, for allowing us to connect with you and your energy, for being open to receive. So I'm definitely picking up on some relationship type energy. And I'm feeling like twin flame connection. Whether it is your twin flame or not, I don't really know. But the person that's coming through that I'm feeling you connect to, you think and believe that it is your twin flame. So whoever that is, who's coming through. Salma. First time that was guided to you from Sandra. Love you. Love how you both communicate. Well, welcome, Erica.
We love us some Sandra now.
Maybe you're just soul family and that's the resonance that I felt. Alright, Spirit. What's up with my Selma? 2, 3.
Three card pull turn into an angle. I think there are some old wounds here regarding heartbreak and heartache. I think with the Two of Cups in reverse, a divine partnership that may have came to a halt or a close. I don't know what you got over there, but this heartbreak is here, or that energy that may be coming up for you is here to bring you home into the victory, the success and recognition that you deserve. 6 of Wands underneath the 3 of Swords. So that means, the heartbreak is here to guide you. And if there's any old wounds that haven't been released with regards to heartbreak, that's what's needed, to really dive into the shadows to allow for the illumination of that which is holding you back from grand love. This divine partnership may have stripped away, when you were in it, may have stripped away that sense of self because you got caught up in the story of how beautiful and romantic this thing was. If we're anywhere close to the mark, Salma, drop a thumbs up, or yeah, you're nailing it, or no, you're way off, dude. But the 9 of Pentacles in reverse is really, it stripped away your sense of who you were, and it does that.
Death, baby.
When you're in a relationship, I don't know how many relationships I had to go through in order to say, look, next relationship, I'm going to stand firm with my sense of self. I go fishing, I'm going to go fishing, or whatever I do that lights me up, I'm going to stay true to myself. I did go fishing once, just for the record. I went fishing by myself once, but fishing, it's nice to share with a friend or a divine partner. I feel like I allowed the emotions to flow as much as I could when the heartbreak comes up. True. And that's absolutely necessary. When you're when those emotions come up, you almost have to embrace them and give them a great big fucking hug.
Balancing the scales, but you can't forget the balance. There's a balance of flowing, being present with the emotion, and there's a balance of, okay, I need to stop feeding this story. I need to stop feeding this insecurity or this fear and shutting it down, killing the ego. And that's let me tell you now, when you start killing the ego wants to fight. The ego wants to survive. The ego wants to live. The ego wants to control. And when you start killing that, ooh, it can be intense.
We do have soul contract in reverse, with a wheel of fortune, destined opportunities in reverse. Things may seem a little out of sorts, right? You may feel out of whack and out of balance. Moving back into balance is absolutely needed. But really the release of any contracts. And it's something that we do in the mentorship
vows
program.
Of suffering.
There's a process that we walk through those in the mentorship to really disconnect from any vows of suffering that they may have taken within the relationship, to ensure that not only their soul isn't bound by these contracts, but also that to respect that of the other soul who, may be choosing free will, may or may not, but may be choosing free will, and you don't want to hold them back from living the best life that they deserve to live. I had to do it with Brooke. That whole process was absolutely something that I did in past relationships, but it really hit home when it came to her. And it was like, you have to be dead fucking serious on doing this and releasing these contracts. We took a vow of, what was it?
I'm never going to leave you. I'm never going to give up on you. I'll always be here for you.
Yeah.
That didn't last very long.
That was a vow that, hey Sandra and Alan your ears must have been ringing.
What's up, Sandra and Alan? Saliandra.
We had to truly, I had to truly release all those vows. And I didn't tell her, oh, hey, by the way, I released you from the vows, so we're good. That probably wouldn't have gone over too good during separation. But I did say it in my room, when I had a full-blown conversation with Spirit. I was like, you know what? I release Brooke from the vows that we have taken. Whether she realizes or not that those were vows, I release her from all things that are holding her to this connection, all things that are holding us from whatever. And I surrendered to, the divine's purpose for this connection in this life. And if she chooses free will, well, then so be it. And God bless her and Godspeed. You know what I mean? Really, when you come at it from unconditional love, I'll always love you regardless of what, where, who, or when you're doing or what, I'll still love you. And it's okay. And I'll see you on the replay. Yeah, you can. So, stay in union energy with the Three of Pentacles. Be confident and hold that magnetism through confidence in self and knowing, look, they might be dipping. I'm good, regardless if they're here or not. And I'm moving forward in permission or purpose. Purpose is actually living my best life, living out my passions, enjoying my life to the fullest. That's our mission and purpose. And if we serve others with our testimony or through our actions, then that's beautiful too. Okay? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, wise investment, regardless of what you think is a wise investment or not. It is what it is. And it will be returned to you. When you put this energy out, when you release the vows, this energy will be returned to you 100-fold. You know what I mean?
But you got to give it to self. That's the key.
That's the key.
So
thank you, Selma. I hope that helps you.
I didn't even get to do mine yet.
Oh, shoot.
I haven't even read anything.
Well, go ahead. I'm just saying thank you. Oh. Thank you, Selma.
All right, Selma, I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up on. You ready?
You have to mute my mic and hit my bait.
All right, Salma. So for one, there is either a tribe that you feel a connection with, or there is soul family that you are starting to recognize. Danny and I, maybe Sandra and Alan, you know what I mean? But you're starting to attract your soul family. And your soul family, like, they're vital in your ascension process. They're vital in your mission. They're vital in being the catalyst to awaken parts of you, okay? So it's very important for you to lean into community, whether that be with us, whether that be, watching Sandra and Alan's radio show and in the chat and connecting with other aspects of self, whether that be Nick and Dove and joining their Revolution community. They have a Facebook group where, like, people just share their experiences, and it's so comforting to know, because sometimes we think we're the only ones going through this type of energy, dark night of the soul. But really, we're soul family. We're one, and a lot of times we're experiencing the same things, just in a different way. It's the same energy, just the experience of the energy is different. So that's the first thing that Spirit wants you to know, to dive into community and connecting with people that are your soul family. Now, the other thing that I'm picking up on is, so I was feeling the twin flame energy, right? But I'm feeling another energy too. So I don't know if this is referring to the soul family, referring to, your tribe, referring to your real twin, maybe. Like, I don't know. But I feel two energies. And your current energy is keep an open mind. Your soulmate or twin flame may differ from your usual type and expectations. So it's really surrendering the expectations, surrendering the ego story, surrendering the mind's perception. I surrender my mind's perception. I embrace what I'm feeling. I surrender my mind's perception. I embrace this present moment. And really relieving yourself from the ego for a little bit. Now, on one side, the ego is a very masterful, powerful tool in this reality. But also, on the other side, there are moments where you just need to surrender the ego in totality and get in your heart space. But I feel like there was a situation with your twin where, it was really shattering in a way, very difficult. It hurt. It's just what I'm feeling. Like, it hurt, But there's this mirroring aspect going on between you and your twin. There's this catalyst energy, this activation, right? This surrender. That's where you are. We've been talking about that all night, and I definitely feel it from you. You're in the part of the journey where you've healed, but you just got to tame the ego. You got to shut the egoic stories down that are limiting to you, that are limiting you from being able to see the truth, right? Influencing energy is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture.
Yeah,
We do have Libra energy, balancing the scales. So whatever happened with this person that kind of resulted in suffering, into pain, into hurt, right? Whatever happened with this person, I feel like there is a new person in your life, or there is going to be a new person coming into your life where they're really going to reflect what happened and how you felt in this breakdown with your twin, with that, whoever you thought was your twin, right? They're really going to reflect how much that hurt you. They're really going to reflect your fears. They're going to reflect your insecurities. They're going to reflect the aspects of self that are distorted and are not true. They're going to reflect the programs that the ego is holding that is limiting you from being pure to who you are. They're going to reflect that back to you. And it might even send you into a dark night of the soul, but it's not a negative thing. They're showing up as soul family. They're showing up as a mirror so that you can really see the parts of you that are creating certain circumstances, the parts of you that are creating distortion, that are creating suffering, right? So it's going to look like this at times. But you know what's funny? This is the energy between you and that person. Flirt. Clarified by the dark night of the soul. I can't make this shit up. This is balance right here. This is experiencing both polarities at the same time, surrendering to both polarities where like this hurts, but I also feel this love, man. I feel this unity consciousness. I feel union. I feel balancing and neutralizing the energy that was creating the dark night of the soul through this beautiful blessing that this person is giving you, these opportunities that this person is creating for you to heal. They're showing the fuck up for you. Like they're showing up for you.
Whether they like it or know it or not, it's divinely guided. And even those that we thought are our twins, but they weren't really, those souls were there to knock us into alignment. They were divinely put into our lives to knock us back into alignment. There are souls that come in to open our heart space up, just like what happened to both of us at the same time, pretty much. They're there to show us that, we are lovable and we can be loved and we can freely give love and not shut ourselves out of our heart space and not close it down, because that's not going to do anybody any good. You know what I mean?
Yep, and that's actually the next message that I got for you.
Learning to embrace and accept everything that comes for us. That was something that K Moon talked about on Allie's Tarot. Allie, it only took her 2 months of posting videos to reach 60,000 subscribers. 1 year passed, she's hit the 500,000 subscriber mark. Unbelievable. But her manifestation was saying yes to whatever spirit put before her. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll do it. And there were no no's. Well, maybe next week when I have some time. It was, you need to do this.
Presence and flow.
And being present in that moment, that excelled her, man, to a point of like pure stardom and surpassing those that have been in the circuit for years. It was unbelievable. But you also hold that manifestational power within you. You just got to say yes. A new love comes forward. That love is supposed to show you and guide you through to another portion or part of your life that needs to be exposed and enlightened and infused with divinity and union energy and unconditional love. So accept these gifts. And that's what we got for
And sometimes the gift, I'm still not done, babe. Sometimes the gift comes in a trigger, okay? And the last thing that I want to tell you, Selma, and then I'll wrap it up. The key to all of what we just talked about, and you may want to replay this and really feel into the energy, okay? Mm-hmm. But the key to all of this, why this person is going to be like a trigger, but also a blessing. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Why it's going to come across as like a trigger, a blessing, and a curse is because this person, like, remember, this person is going to challenge your ego. This person is going to call your ego out, okay? And it's all healing this inner child wound that says I'm not safe to love. I'm not safe to be loved. And the part of you that you're not accepting self, so you can accept love, right? Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Can't make this shit up. And the last two cards, Divine Feminine and Tribe. I am connected to an openness to receive. I am connected to an openness to receive. And I am safe. Okay, that's what I got. I love you, Selma.
We love you, girl.
Ooh, what's up,
Thank you
Brittany?
for showing up tonight.
What up, girl?
Hey, Brittany. Erica, you're up. You can post your question and we'll get to you.
Yes, and thank you for being so patient, you guys, and honoring us in this space as we connect with people to bring them messages. I can think of a friend soulmate that is not being responsive to me, mirroring my twin flame. I see it all as self-reflection.
Exactly. You're catching on.
Yep.
You're catching on. We have only Erica on the list, so if you're looking to get on the list, you only got one to wait. You can do so by hitting the link and popping in 20 or 40.
And you know what's funny? So I'm going to check this shit out. So you see, it says tribe and elephants are there. Take a look at it like this. Look at that mirror.
Mirroring image.
It's that mirror, baby. The mirror don't lie. And the mirror be intense sometimes.
For real. For real.
I dropped my card. All the way over here.
If you guys could give us a thumbs up on the video, that would be absolutely appreciated.
You're
It's
welcome.
a first line of love that you guys can give back to us, and we love you for doing that simple act. Thank you so much.
Good night, Elizabeth. You're welcome.
It's just me, Ella.
Dang it, bud.
So for a musical commercial interlude, no, I'm not going to sing it, but we do have the website up under empireofneutrality.com, northerncomforttarot.com will also get you there. 20% off all our services available with payment online now. We stepped it up. So check us out and check the services page out. It's brand new. We also have pricing plans as well that are available. And if you need a pricing plan to kind of match your needs, you can give us a shout and we'll work something out.
You want to say hey to the tribe,
Wow,
baby?
that rhymed.
Oh, say hey.
All right.
Jeez, her tail.
Okay, drummer girl. Ready to go? Sleepy, sleepy. You're getting tired, so tired. You're going to bed, so tired. Sleepy time.
I'm trying to hypnotize the dog.
Sleep.
Lay in your bed right now.
Bedtime now. Time to
Made
go
you
to
a
bed.
bed. Baby, okay.
Sleepy time now.
Jesus. Good girl.
Now, everybody in the chat, you can wake back up
Thanks, Brittany.
at the snap of my fingers.
Hi. Thank you. Just looking for a general. Going through a lot of intense energies this weekend. Lots of highs and lows. Discouraged at times. Okay. Oh. This is the first card that popped out. And the first thing that I'm hearing for you is to, not to, but like, I don't know if you know this, but there are a lot of guides surrounding you. There are a lot of ascended masters, past loved ones that are supporting and influencing you in a really positive way. They're dropping you hints. They're dropping you synchronicities, numbers, random songs on the radio that make perfect sense with how you're feeling. They're dropping you all these messages that they are there, and they just want to say, like, they honor you, because they're making me feel like it's like up and down, up and down, up and down, turbulence and flow, turbulence and flow.
In your house?
A lot of distractions, but they're making me feel like, what was it? Like, they just want to honor you, because it's like all of this turbulence, all of this distraction, distortion, and flow, experiencing them at the same time. Like, you never give up. You know what I mean? You never get stuck in the bad. You never get stuck in the good, because there's a part of you that knows all experiences are fleeting. And the most important thing that you could ever do, I'm hearing this from your guide. I don't know if you've gotten this message from your guide, but it's coming from one of your guides, and they're saying, like, on a soul level that the good experiences, the bad experience, they're fleeting. Everything is going to change. Nothing lasts forever. And you know that the most important thing that you could ever do is be present in the good, be present in the bad, right? And if you, Erica, if you don't already, like, they really want you to connect with them. Like, ask them questions. Ask yourself questions about your circumstances. What within me is attracting this circumstance? Is there a part of me that is being called to be healed? Is there a part of me that needs to surrender? What are the energetics behind this situation with this person? What are the energetics behind this situation. Ella, what is your problem, baby?
In your house now. Let's go. It's the cards hitting the table. It's triggering the dog.
Well,
sounds like a knock at the door. This could also be for Erica, but you know, the nerves there that get us on edge, the things that happen, we're getting on edge, and we just really need to release and surrender. That's the first card out of the deck.
And I feel like that's what you're doing too. It's like you're having these intense moments where it's just like, boom, you're hit. They hit a soft spot. They hit a weak spot. You know what I mean? They hit that trigger within you. And it's almost like those moments where like your heart drops and it's like, you have no choice but to surrender to trust. You have no choice but to surrender to faith. And like some of these situations, like they're a little scary at times. Like, does your heart ever just start to pound out of nowhere? Just like, doom, 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 whether it's good or bad. But like you're feeling like your heart's starting to speed up and it's like, a little bit, right? It's just really intense feeling. And why you're feeling, they're saying why you're feeling so much. I feel like now is a moment where you have felt more than you've ever felt in your life. You felt more intense, you know, harsh emotions. You felt more intense, really beautiful emotions, the whole spectrum. Like your empathic abilities have up-leveled. Is what they're saying. Like you've upgraded your empathic gift and you're feeling things a lot deeper. And why that is you're being more present in the moment, whether it's good or bad. You're being more present and surrendering to what is before you rather than creating a story about what is before you. Which is really fucking beautiful, Erica. Only got one card. Chemistry.
All is not lost. If you're heartbroken, there's only you can allow yourself to feel heartbroken. Only you can allow yourself to feel, dismayed or destroyed or conquered and defeated. Yes. The movement to calmer waters is before you. In the original Smith and Rider Waite, she's moving to Paradise Island, like Mike says, but within her boat, she's bringing all that pain with her, you know? And it holds her at bay from truly finding the love that she's deserved, that she's worthy of. You're worthy of this love. Now, the work that's before you is absolutely the release and surrender. It's weathering the storm, right? The towers that are here for you, they're not here to, throw you into a depression anymore. They're here to raise you up. They are the turning point of which Spirit is trying to guide you. King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is the most stable and grounded king in the deck. The King of Pentacles in reverse is like, not really feeling secure, not really feeling stable. And really, it's that stability. If you turn that card upright and you make a choice to move forward, shut up. With the Chariot card here, there is great opportunity before you, right? Even messages of love to come in for you, but you really have to trust and surrender. Release and surrender. This release and surrender card says, we shower you with the blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you're held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and heart to our love and assistance. And when you're in challenging times, you give over and you surrender these things to Spirit. Say, guide me out of this. I know this is for my greatest good. How and what and where and when do I need to show up? And really, Spirit, with this card, Creative Project in reverse, to turn things around. Reinvent yourself through your passions and accept that thing that you love to do the most as you surrender. And this is going to redirect your energy. I wrote down, discouraging times calls for creative expressions. Feel into the flow of what you are passionate about to raise you up from that tower moment or that lull that you've found yourself into. Find the moment of balance and surrender to the divine's will. So as you're getting creative and you're moving from the negative polarity to the positive polarity, when you find that moment of, oh, it's me again, I'm good, I feel better, don't fly into like, oh, now I'm feeling great and I can do anything, and because you're going to get bounced back to neutrality. And whether you go back into the depths again, that's up to you. But find that moment of balance and surrender to the divine's will, and just allow yourself to be, no matter what conflict comes. There's all kinds of things that are in there that we can say that, will lead you towards living a balanced and manifesting balanced life, and manifesting everything that you could ever dream of. But there are steps in between, right? But you have to stay sensitive to those things. Stay in neutrality and stay sensitive to the signs that are before you.
Mm-hmm. And another way to say that, when we say being in a neutral energy, which is our natural state, like Mother Gaia, she's a very neutral energy, And when we're talking about neutrality, it means really surrendering the mind's perception and getting into your heart space. That's what we're talking about. So the only thing that I have left for you, Danny just nailed it all. Like everything that I got, like he just said. Current energy is chemistry. You are in manifestation mode, girl. Like you are going to see and witness the shifts that you've created within in your physical reality. You're going to see things changing. And sometimes the change looks like destruction, but it's really rebuilding the foundation. Okay? So I do feel like Danny was talking about creative projects. I do feel like there's some dreams that you have. And I don't know why you feel like you're not worthy or you're not ready. You're ready, Erica. You're ready for whatever these dreams are, whatever these creative projects are. You're ready for them. You're ready for union. You know what I mean? And when it comes to the inner child and purifying the thought forms, purifying the negative emotions, purifying the distortions and clearing and healing, a lot of what's coming up for you is around self-worth. So you have all these dreams, you're feeling all these energies and emotions. You're feeling that crossroads energy where it's it feels like you're in separation of some sort or disconnected in a dark night of the soul. But like I said, at the same time, it's beautiful and it's rainbows and it's dark at the same time, And it's the key to all of this energy revolves around self-worth and just like Danny said, redefining, reinventing yourself on a solid foundation. And don't let your ego distract you, okay? And the last thing, energy binding you to your current person or situation is make the effort. Great love is where taking the steps you are guided to take. Baby, you are not stuck. You see this stuck card? With a car stuck in the mud or a truck stuck in the mud. It's in the reverse. Don't limit yourself based off your ego stories. Continue to refocus. Continue to declare your sovereignty. Continue to say affirmations that bring you into union with the reality that you want to experience because it's here. This is your current energy. Your current energy is chemistry, big dreams, union, refocus, self-worth. Okay, make this shit up, right?
And it takes a dark night to show you that the crossroads and what places you have available to cross. I got a message. There's a man on a journey, comes up to a stream that he cannot cross. He goes with the flow and walks downstream, and it leads him to food or fire that replenishes him on his journey and on his way. And when he does find a safe space to cross, he can cross replenished and renewed.
I like that.
Creative projects can do that. Your soul longs to express itself in a creative way. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited, right?
Yes.
It rebalances your polarity from the depths to to a more positive state.
Yeah, and expression gives you the opportunity to take something that's like eating you alive inside, that's hurting you, and to speak it out. Literally, you're expelling that energy. Mm-hmm. You're shifting the frequency through your throat chakra, through your command mechanism. And it's very healing. Whether
you're putting paint to paper or using GarageBand to make some kind of jive, whatever you call that, some music. Some music, yeah.
Some music.
Do what you got to do to just enter back into that loving, unconditional love space. Yep. You know what I mean? And balance yourself 100%. Out. That's it.
But I do feel like for you, Erica, a lot of your transmutation powers, a lot of your abilities to alchemize, transform energy into purified energy, into authentic expression, a lot of that comes from your throat chakra. I don't know if you're a singer, I don't know if you're a teacher, but a lot of it can be transmuted through spoken word for you, is what I'm feeling. And we love you.
We surely do.
And thank you for stopping by and letting us, connect to your energy. Mm-hmm. And I hope these messages served you.
Now, we have no one else on the list, so if you're looking at getting on the list, I'll pop the link up real quick for you, and you can get one right away. You'd be absolutely next in line. And if this is meant to come to a close, we're going to hang out with you for a bit and jive out with you guys. But I know there is some food on the docket after this.
You. You're so welcome. We love you.
And we absolutely love you, Erica. Welcome to the Love Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It got right hot in here. I mean, you see me do a costume change, open a window, strip down.
Sandra and Alan, I can't wait to talk to you guys.
Oh, I know we missed you on Thursday so much.
We missed y'all, but it was absolutely divine the way things played out.
Yeah, we ended up going on a date.
That was beautiful. And you know what? We went on a date for the first time we've ever really went on a date here.
In a long time.
And our server's name was Sandra. Okay? Seriously. Her freaking name was Sandra. I was like, yes! What's up, Sandra, coming to see me?
So we did get to have some Sandra in our life.
We did.
And we hope you guys had
what's on my hat?
A beautiful trip up north.
Rick and Morty! Oh, shit. I love my Rick and Morty. Yes, you can see it. I don't really know. This camera's being on there sometimes.
That's her fancy hat.
It's my favorite hat.
Oh, man. So, what you up to now? Oh, someone's checking out the website from San Diego, California. Welcome. Welcome. And Tulsa, Oklahoma, 2 minutes ago.
I've gotten 4 notifications.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Welcome. Enjoy the site. It took me hours and hours and hours and hours of creative expression.
You thought it was a pineapple. That's funny. Nope, it's my Rick and Morty. I wish I had Pickle Rick. That would be a cool hat.
I can get some pickles.
No, Pickle Rick.
I know Pickle Rick, but you got to do with what you got.
Yeah, you about ready to...
We're good. We can bounce. Yeah, no one else signed up.
Get some food.
Thank you for spending your Sunday evening or Monday afternoon. Oh my God, Gloria popped in.
Oh, yay. Okay, I'm down.
Gloria!
I'm so down.
What's that song called? Who does that? Gloria. Alan, who sings that? We're going to put Gloria down on the list. She's up for a 20.
I'm hearing the song from...
Gloria, you can pop up your question.
What is that princess song? I mean, that princess movie where it's got Jennifer Gardner, I think it is. And she's a princess. Princess Diaries? Is that what it is?
Princess Diaries? I watched that movie.
Yeah, and you know how they're yelling at her to not walk on the grass? Get off the grass! And it says it in French, off the grass. And then, like, there's this part where I think it's like, oh, I know what I was hearing when you were saying Gloria. I was hearing
No, it's like Gloria.
what are they called? Uh,
Goya,
Genovia.
You can pop your question up.
You know how they're like Genovia? That's where they are.
That's where they
Empire.
Are. Oh, yeah.
In the movie is Genovia, and the guy's singing, and he's like Genovia, Genovia.
That's a little far out from Gloria, but okay.
That's what I was hearing in my head, though.
Welcome to the Empire, Genovia.
Okay.
Gloria, we love you. Thanks so much for popping in real quick. Nothing specific, whatever spirit wants me to know. Sounds good. Laura Brangyang. Oh, I thought it was something like
Do you know that movie,
that's
Gloria? Princess Diaries. Do you know that movie?
I've got like Towing the Line mixed up with this Gloria song. But it kind of sounds like, oh my God, who sang Towing the Line? What's his name? Man, you put me on the spot up here and I can't come up with it. But you put me in Channel for Grace's chat with Dewey, and we'd light things up like, oh yeah, this song, that song.
New to the channel. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know the movie. So I feel like they're bringing this movie up for a reason. I'm going to go deeper into it. So do you remember in the movie where, like, she just found out she was a princess? You know, she never really knew her dad. And her mom decided to give her the letters from her dad. So it was like her first real experience of, like, having a father was those messages after he's passed away, right? And then it's like one thing after another, shift after shift, change after change, intense experience after intense experience where, like, she's really stepping into leading the people. It's a leader, like a leadership role, right? Being the ruler, being the queen. But before she's ready to be the queen, like, she wants to give up. She labels herself as, like, ugly and not being what the people would prefer her to be their queen. She wasn't good enough. And then, you know, she really just surrenders and allows herself to open up to the, you know, what life is trying to get her to receive. Open up to the part of her that connects her to her dad, the part of her that connects her to masculine energy, the part of her that connects her to, you know, Father God, right? And in, like, this whole journey that she's on, it's all about regaining her freedom because she was bullied in school. She was picked on in school. She was never good enough. People used her. People manipulated her. The guy that she had a crush on manipulated her, took her to this place, and they end up on the news kissing, and she didn't even want to kiss him, and he took advantage of her, and, like, oh, it was just so much, like, shit going wrong, right? And then, like, she has moments of just, like, breakdown and crying and just, like, I can't do this. But it's all the journey for her to free herself, right? And I love that. It is time to take back control of your life. There was that moment for her where she actually found the full awareness of what she is capable of. And what she was capable of, but her perception, or, you know, her perception of self and her past experience didn't allow her to see. You know, there were a lot of circumstances and experience that limited her from being able to see her true potential, right? And that's where I feel like you are, where it's just like you're freeing yourself. You're taking back control. And not even that it's control, but it's just like surrender and allowing and embracing what is before you. And even though some things seem challenging, remembering who you are. You are not the experiences that other people have, that you've had with other people. You are not what other people think you are. Other people are what they think you are. You are not what they think you are. They are what they think you are, right? And it's just like, I feel like for you, it's really a time of just like owning your power, recognizing and realizing your potential and how powerful your energy is. You know, remembering the queen that you are.
It's funny. That whole story is really reflected in these cards. You know, crossroads yet again in this reading. From all other readings that were on the table, the Two of Wands comes out. You've got a really nice card at the end of the story, so keep going. Two of Wands is at a crossroads. Do you choose, to be in sorrow and look at the spilled cups at the river of tears, or do you choose to turn around and say, no, I know those tears that were spilled were to build the foundation necessary to bring in my truest desires, my beautiful life. Four of Wands. Beginning of the spread, we've got the Queen of Wands, really becoming stable and secure and allowing those things to come to you, right? Steering away from self-deception. And then with the Devil card in reverse, all those temptations to go back into this hurt, this pain, say, I don't need you anymore.
Unconditionally fuck it. Unconditionally fuck that shit.
TM, Empress of Duality. The time to rise up and rise above it. With the Hermit card in reverse, there are things moving in your life as long as you take steps forward with the Prince of Swords, right? Really, each step that you take moving forward will bring in the clarity that you need to continue on your journey. Raise your head up and know that you're calling in the Ten of Pentacles. You're calling in all of that happiness, kids in the yard, puppies playing before your feet. You moving into your old age with the companion that you truly desire right from get-go. Sometimes it takes heartbreak to show you what you don't want in order to manifest what you truly do want.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You can finish up, baby.
All right. So the key to this energy, so you said, yes, exactly. I've been in some pretty dark energy this year, especially. Thank you. I'm getting there slowly. Here's the thing. If there's anything that you take from this reading, my beautiful soul sister, if there's anything that you take from this reading, it's you're already there. She was already a fucking queen.
Right.
She was already a badass. She was already beautiful. She just couldn't see it. You know what I mean? And if you take anything from this reading, really start to speak in present moment, like, I am healed. I am, grateful and humbled by this intense energy. I am in the presence of greatness. That I really feel that for you. I am in the presence of greatness, talking about self. And the key to all this energy is to love yourself first. Like, that's what the energy in play is. Self-worth, self-love, self-respect. And the things that you can do to step into it is recognize where you already are. Accept your power. Like, really, speak it into existence. Declare it. Claim it. Claim it so that you can see it, so that you can really see yourself, and that you are always, just like in the movie, right? She's like curly haired, poofy eyebrows, glasses, look at a mess, right? But she was beautiful the whole fucking time. Like, all she had to do was get her eyes done, straighten her hair, and she was fucking beautiful the whole time, right? She just couldn't see it until she saw herself in a different light. Until she saw herself as beautiful. So the guidance moving forward is to see yourself as you are. You're beautiful. You're free. You're empowering self. You're declaring your power. You're owning and taking responsibility for how powerful you are.
Queen of Pentacles. Owning it. stepping yourself up.
Own that shit, girl.
Next step, Empress of whatever empire you want to make and call your own. I got Know Your Worth. And it's funny you found me through Water Baby and Allie, because, Water Baby doesn't go live very often. I was kind of working on the website, and I seen she went live, and I popped in, and Water Baby saw my light.
I love Water Baby.
Water Baby didn't have any moderators when I came in, and she was holding at around 100,000 subscribers. She seen my light, boom, gave me a wrench. And we're pretty close friends now. It's a beautiful relationship that evolved out of nothing, but she saw my light. She saw my light just like we see your light. Mm-hmm. Allie's Tarot, I was yet again the first moderator for Allie as well. It's weird how people just recognize my light right away. Same with Nicole from Twin Flame Revolution. Seen my light right away in the comments. She's like, oh, that's my brother right there.
And the message behind what he's sharing right now, Gloria, is there will be people that cannot see your light. They cannot see your power. They cannot see your, queen energy. They can't see it because they can't see it within themselves. But your soul family, they will know you by your love. They will know you by your light, right?
And when you step into your light, coming out from behind all your pains and saying, no, I'm here, I'm present, I'm here, can you see me? They can't see you behind all those swords. You got to be able to say, fuck this. This is not my life that I choose. This is not the life that I chose. I know the life that I chose, and I'm fucking lit, and I have abundance, and abundance comes to me. And these things all fall into place as soon as you say,
claim that shit.
Fuck my fears. Fuck my pain. My pain does not define who I am. It has brought me to this place of discovery, this place of renewal, this place that I get to choose my destiny. Because I chose my destiny before I came here. In spirit, as I step forward, up from the pain, as I rise from the ashes, you owe.
Yeah.
It's time to come due.
And the more that you clean out those connections that were created in wounds or distortions or trauma or obligation, once you clear those things out within your 3D reality, within self, you open up space to really receive what is aligned with you, which is beautiful. Your energy is freaking beautiful. Thank you for allowing us to
read for you and be in your energy.
Yeah, be in your energy. It's so beautiful, girl.
Welcome home, Gloria. Welcome to the Empire.
And we love you. Mwah. Thank you for showing up tonight. Thank you for showing up for yourself and truly showing up for us.
Amen.
Right, family?
I'm gonna put the link up one more time. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but this is a call out, last call for Spirit Overhaul. And I'm also gonna pimp out the website because I did spend like 10 hours on it the past day and a half. The website. Thank you to David Bodis for coming up with our new name. That's Empire of Neutrality. That's what we teach. It's what we preach. It's what we live. And on that website, empireofneutrality.com, we have a new services page. You can check out all our services that we provide. Readings, everything is on sale, 20% off what the price is. So by using product code Empire 2020, and there's a banner right at the top of the screen so you don't forget. But Gloria, if you're interested in a reading, this is where you get an hour with Twins in Union to really dive deep and to gain the insight that you're looking for to continue on. We've got mentorships, we've got coaching sessions available, we have
healing modalities, tools, we
have payment plans. If you're looking to step your way up to abundance and you don't really have the cash to drop down all at once, we've got the plans for you. And if you can't even make that, send us an email. Our email is on the website, and we'll work with you to, hold that space for you to ensure that you have the ability to gain the foothold in to raise yourself up. And that's what we can do. We can give you the information, but really it's your duty to yourself to raise yourself up. And yeah,
what is happening in this room right now?
I know we got Mandela's burning.
The mandala is burning.
Yep.
It's on fire. Oh, great.
Thank God for the fire retardant mandala provided to us by...
Thank God we fucking took the...
Twin Flame Divine Fire at twinflamedivinefire.com.
Thank God we took the fucking... What's that thing called?
Yeah, fire alarm down.
Yeah, because it would be going off.
Don't say that too loud. Insurance will say like... Mm-hmm. Whatever. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. And the list, I'm guessing, is now closed. Castle Rock, Colorado. Welcome to the website. Enjoy your time, your visit there. If you're looking to even chat with us for a bit, to kind of talk with us, we have a chat feature as well on the website. You just pop it in and we'll be like, oh shit. And you'll be directly in line with Brooke and Danny, whoever picks up first. So there you go, guys. Also want to pimp the Facebook page out. Love Vibe Tribe. Love Vibe Tribe. We also have Teespring t-shirts and all that stuff. I haven't paid attention to that lately, but I'm getting this creative energy flowing to get some of the Unconditionally Fuck It t-shirts out. And I know you guys have been waiting a long time for that, but summertime was all kinds of like working outside to get things done and get things straight. And summertime's coming to a close up here in Canada, so I'm going to stop talking. We're going to go get something to
He's
eat.
been in his divine masculine energy and oh my God.
Right?
I thought the divine feminine was like, no, this is the divine masculine energy that's like,
It's funny too. I was talking with Roden today, and she says, "No, I know all about that fucking switch, that polarity flip that happened at the beginning of September." She's like, "I don't know if I'm comfortable with this being in the masculine energy shit." It was fun, but it's challenging, man. Just like you and your divine feminine having, to learn patience and gaining that virtue,
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting times, but it's the mirror image of last year, and it's fucking beautiful. You're welcome, Twin Flame Divine Fire. You can catch them on Saturdays on tfrlive.com.
Love some Scorpio energy. That's my shit.
And we out. We good. You want to wrap it up with your saying? Empress of Duality.
Oh, okay.
Which is what?
And just want to thank you guys again in the chat. Thank you to our amazing mentors, Sandra and Alan, for always showing up for us, supporting us, and just being in this space with you guys. This is what creates such beautiful shifts on this planet. And I want to remind you, your one soul is enough to change the world. And I mean that so deeply. Okay? And I just want to honor you guys. Thank you for all the work that you do. And thank you for showing up for us.
Closing the container.
Yep. Closing the container and grounding in the work that has taken place in this space. Declaring our sovereignty upon ourselves and disconnecting, from any energies or each other that we may have picked up on and absorbed, and sending the energy back to where it came from. And I love you guys. Empress of Duality out.
See you guys.